Oh, what a way to start the day. I'll tell you what. I don't know why, but I love fair racing. I just love the atmosphere at the fairs. Everybody's happy, and obviously when you win, it makes things a lot easier. But my only disappointments, had a few this morning. First one was they hadn't made the deep fried Oreos yet when I was racing. Remember, post time was 11. I was off the track at 11:15. I could smell them. In the far turn, I could smell them. Went over. No, they're not ready. Very disappointed. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to look like the Cookie Monster when he gets out of rehab tomorrow. Love that. Pretty tough to beat the deep fried Oreos. Why is everybody moving over here? What do we got going on? Nothing. So I got to the fair today. Jason at the Philly warmed up. The track was about that deep. it was super deep. Well, I just tell you what, and I didn't know what to think. Like, this filly wears 2 sets of bell boots and flip flops up front. I'm thinking, no shot she's going to go through this track. I scored her down twice, set the hobbles where I wanted to. And the one thing I did know about her after scoring her down was she was solid, man. She was really, really, really good scoring down. Strong, square. Like, if nothing else, I knew she would get out of there good. Hope for a couple of breakers. I pick up the program. The horse on the rail just won its qualifier in 2 minutes in Delaware. Just recently, 2-1, 2 minutes, something like that, and had a mile in Scioto in 2 minutes. Source has already taken a mark of 2 minutes. Oh Hill No has been in 2, 3, and 1 in her life. But the great equalizer is the sandbox we were racing in. I just let her trot out of there, and Ryan Stahl, who is driving Fire and Shine later on, is driving the Sug filly on the rail, and I just kept coming. And I think, because I would have thought the same thing, if I'm Ryan, I'm thinking, I don't really care what Anthony does. You're not beating my horse. And I was thinking the same thing. I don't think there's anything we can do that will prevent Ryan from beating us. Now, especially since he's right on my bumper. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to focus on our filly. I'm going to let her go her mile. I'm going to push her. Every time I feel her come off the accelerator, I'm going to ask her politely to go back to the accelerator. And she trotted as hard as she could from start to finish. That's how bad the track was. 2:08. I guarantee that's a mile and 2:1. Easy. That was a hell of a mile for that filly. And the way she did it, didn't let go. That's a horse that's already got a 2-minute mark coming to her. Pops out of the 2-hole. Everything has gone that horse's way. And she couldn't get by Oh Hill No. And not only did she not get by me, but I actually was trotting away from her slowly as we got to the wire. That was a hell of a mile from that filly. A great, 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 great mile. And I was thoroughly pleased. I know Jason hates the fairs and Amy hates the fairs, but and I know why Jason hates the fairs because, especially today, when you look at it, it used to be that the fairs would go for 5 or 10,000, maybe 3,500. We went for like 31 today. But what do I got to do here? Got to veer to the right. Got to veer to the right, I believe. Yes. Today they went for $3,100, but there's like 20 races. I think the population has just exploded somewhat in Ohio, and the fairs were just jammed, which I don't mind. I certainly don't mind it. I would love to just sit there and drive all day, truth be told. But couldn't do that. So I did sneak out. I don't think Amy knows, but everybody else in North America does. I was leaving, and one of our newest owners, Mr. Shrimp, comes up and he says, Anthony introduced himself. He goes, I know you gotta leave. I know you're going to Ollie's baseball game. But I had a great chat with him. Really nice man. And Deb was there. Deb Rush was there. It's nice. It just, maybe it's because of where I come from or just who I am myself. I like the atmosphere, the fair atmosphere, right? That grassroots, old school racing feel. is what I like, and certainly was fun to go there. I didn't know I was only there literally 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at the most. I pulled in, got my suit on, jumped on the bike, won the race, left, and went down the road. Now, my mistakes. I went on my app. I'm leaving. Hadn't had Starbucks yet today. I was up at 6:20 this morning. Got a shower, shaved, went to the burn. We had to train 6 horses this morning. I was going last trip with 5 of them. Actually, 2 of them are only going a mile and a half. Melisandre and the Priest. He's going to race on Friday. She is getting ready to race. I want to go a mile and a half between 2:18, 2:25, somewhere in there. We went a mile in 2:19 or 2:20 today, and well, both were very good, but Melisandre was very good also, which was important to me and important to Amy. Last trips were the next generation horses, right? I didn't want to go too much. Just want to go a mile in 2:08, 2:10, a nice little easy mile. I didn't want to start any of them up today, and all 4 of them trained awesome. I was thoroughly impressed with all 4 of them. So I'm driving down the road. I'm pumped. I'm going to get to Marion right at 11 a.m. And be 15 minutes early for the race. As I'm driving down the road, I watched Time Is On My Side qualify. Now, if you were watching the feed, same as I was, the time didn't pop up. I still don't know the time. I'll know it in a few minutes. I don't really care. The horse looked great. The idea is to qualify him today, probably school him, or maybe requalify him slower Tuesday, and then race him Saturday. That's what we did the last time when he was really good. That's the exact trajectory we used. So that's a possibility. We'll see. I hope that class is filling for him also. That could really throw a damper into things. But he qualified well. I got to Marion right at 11 o'clock. Pull in. We were the first barn. I pulled the car right up to the barn, get out, got my suit on, won the race, come off, took my suit off and left. Now, as I'm leaving, I go on the Starbucks app. Where's the Starbucks? I'm on my way out of town. It's a little bit out of the way. No big deal. It's going to put 9 minutes on my trip, but as it stands right now, I am going to get to Brantford, where Oliver's playing baseball, at 5:21. Now, I'm going to make up time along the way on the road, going through the border. It's going to be closer to 5. So I went 9 minutes out of my way, got to Starbucks. I walk in, usually order my mobile order. I go in, not there. Now, for those of you who know why it wasn't there, some of you might know. You may guess right now why it wasn't there. I'm going to tell you something. Forgetting to hit complete the order, check it on your mobile app, and then going there like an idiot and standing there wondering where your drink is frustrating. It's like leaving your house without your phone and getting 2 blocks away and having to turn around and get it. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Easy fix, but very, very annoying. So I got my drink. Now, I knew that I needed gas. Less than 1/8 of a tank. No big deal, because right across from Starbucks is a gas station. But in all the calamity of reordering and being frustrated and waiting, looking at watch, I don't ever watch them, but wondering, I just pull out and blow right by that gas station like an idiot. Get on the highway, driving down the road, and of course, in the 2 extra minutes I have in a day, I went on Netflix last night and I was looking for something to watch, and I started watching the documentary of Nickelback. Pretty cool, by the way. Pretty cool documentary. So now I have Nickelback music playing on my phone. I'm driving down the road, listening to Photograph. Gas light comes on. Idiot. I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. Of course, there's a million gas stations, but the first thing that pops into your head is you're going to run out of gas. Way to go. Obviously, I didn't. Pull off, fill up with gas. So between the screw up with the Starbucks, missing the gas station, and everything is good now. Everything is good now. So the 4 horses trained great today. Very, very happy with all 4. Melisandre and the Priest trained good. Now, Jason Merriman was training some horses when I left. Time Is On My Side looked fantastic in his qualifier, and oh hell no, won an unlikely victory. One, she raced in a sandbox with flip-flops and 2 pairs of bell boots on. right away, that's impressive enough. 2, she beat a horse that sat in her back that has already taken a mark of 2 minutes. It was a big day for her. I said, come off the track, I said to Jason, I said, I don't care how fast we went. I couldn't hear. I said, I don't care how fast we went. This filly might be a little bit better than we think she is. And as I was talking to Mr. Shrimp, I said to him, you know, here's the thing that people don't remember, and I remember, and this is why she's at the fair today. This filly missed a huge chunk of time in the middle of the spring, and you just can't, that doesn't just appear, right? Just because she's now at the races, oh, that work that she didn't put in, it's not a big deal now. It's always a big deal. So I also have to take a deep breath and temper my expectations, because she's missing a chunk of work from her training schedule, which is now going to turn into a racing schedule. So this fair today went a long, long way for her maturity. I can't believe how good she was. And again, you get bogged down hearing 2.8, but if you just go back and watch the races, you'll see what I'm talking about. The track is like a foot deep. You literally could bury a small animal anywhere on the surface, anywhere you want it. So that's it for today so far. I'm excited. Amy has no idea I'm coming. I almost don't want to call her because I don't want to tip my hand. She doesn't know I'm coming. Ollie doesn't know I'm coming. None of the kids do. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with everybody. The second that game is over in Brantford, I'm going back to Ohio. Because tomorrow morning, back to the fair. Got to get my cookies. I am going to get me some deep fried cookies, some deep fried Oreos. I've been eating raspberries all week just to take off enough weight to fill it back up with deep fried Oreos. In case you're wondering. Anyway, it's been a great day so far. Good luck to my partners with Fire and Shine. I talked to Stolly, talked to Ryan Stahl before the race. And listen, when I was leaving, I said, hey, nice second. I said, but that filly, she doesn't do anything wrong. You know, she's got a decent kick to her. So if you want, you can sail out of there with her. You can do whatever you want with her. She is a decent filly. And to my partners and Mr. Shrimp that's there to watch Fire and Shine go, good luck to you. She is a decent filly. I told him, I said, there's nothing wrong with this filly. She's just stuck in we're very fortunate to have a bumper crop of 2-year-old pacing fillies. And this filly here is no joke. And she's a decent filly. We're going to have a lot of fun with her. And hopefully that all starts today. So with that, I will let you go. I'll be very reachable via phone for the next 4 hours and 30 minutes or so. But well worth it. Well worth it. Got to smell the cookies. Coming back for those tomorrow. Got to win with our filly. And we had a lot of fun. It is, if you haven't been to, if you're in Ohio, you can't possibly live in Ohio, never been to a fair, but if you've never been to a fair and you're making a trip to Ohio for something this summer, take the time to go watch a fair. They're sure it's you know, it's pretty grassroots racing. You know, it is. If you're wearing overalls, you'll fit in. It's not a big deal, but it's a lot of fun and good people, and it will remind you what horse racing is all about very, very quickly. I can assure you of that. So we're having a great day so far. Let's keep it going with Fire and Shine, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Take care.